Hey, CHS, we hope you guys are doing well. We hope you had a good weekend, I guess. It's hard to tell what the weekends are and what the weekdays are. But hey, we want to keep these Devos going to help encourage you guys, hopefully to help kind of reset some of our thinking and honestly help us prepare for Easter. Easter's right around the corner, which feels kind of weird because we're stuck at home and we're not going to school and we're not used to spring activities that maybe we're used to as we're leading up to Easter. We're not going to church. We're not really doing anything, and our lives are becoming a new set of kind of normal activities and new rhythms and things that we're still getting used to, and we don't know how long to expect them for. But for the rest of these videos, what we want to do is follow a YouVersion plan that we hope you've been reading. That's called Happy Easter. Hopefully you guys have been connecting with your small groups on Sundays to talk about some of the teaching videos that we've been going through as we lead up to Easter, and we talk about the death of Jesus, the resurrection of Jesus, and why that matters to us all these years later. And so we just want to do some video devos to help us kind of think about what we're learning in those devos. We hope you're doing it. If you haven't, we hope you download, we encourage you to download the YouVersion Bible app on your phone, whatever you use. Download the Happy Easter reading plan and follow along. We're day 9. So today is day 9. I just want to read the two verses that we're reading today. It's found in the book of 1 Corinthians. This guy Paul is writing to these Christians that live in this city called Corinth. And here's what he says in chapter 15, verse 3. For what I received, I passed on to you as of first importance, that Christ died for our sins according to the Scriptures, that he was buried, that he was raised on the third day according to the Scriptures. I love this verse, and why I think it's so important is for this reason. The first sentence that we read in verse 3 says, "For what I received, I passed on to you as of first importance." See, Easter, the truth of the death and the resurrection of Jesus is of first importance when it comes to our faith. There is nothing in the Christian faith more important than that truth. And what I think is so interesting is a lot of times we have these doubts, and I've had them, you've had them. We have these faith doubts. We have these questions that come up that have to do with things that we might read in the Bible, or spiritual questions that might come up from things like science. Like, did God really create the world in 7 days? Was there really a flood that caused Noah to build an ark? Did God really flood the earth? Did God's people, were they really in slavery in Egypt for 400 years? And sometimes we go through life and we hear different things from different people that might not profess to know Jesus, and it causes us to maybe doubt our faith because the things that we grew up learning and the things we grew up hearing are starting to kind of crumble before us, and all the things that we thought we believed may not even be true. And so I think those things are true, but what I want us to take away from this video is this, that the number one most important thing in our faith is that Jesus died and rose again. Our faith is actually not built on this book. Our faith is actually not built on the Bible. Our faith is built on the event that Jesus died on the cross and rose from the dead. And that is of first importance. And so I want to encourage us, sometimes if you've been around Calvary, we talk about 3 different categories. We think, what are absolutes? What are convictions? What are preferences? I want to encourage us to put the things in the right buckets. And I hope that as we're approaching Easter, as we're thinking about quarantine, as we're thinking about life, that Jesus' death and resurrection for the forgiveness of our sins is of the utmost and first importance in our lives.